What's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell by this title, in this video, I'm going to be talking about, is GRC really a non-technical discipline in cybersecurity? A lot of people think it's non-technical. That's what you hear a lot, saying, "Hey, if you don't want to do the technical stuff, go into GRC." Is that really true? I'm gonna debunk that in this video. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe if you haven't, if you like cybersecurity content. And if you're new here, my name is Ted. I should have been introduced that, but my name is Ted. I make content about cybersecurity, my career, my journey on learning cybersecurity. I don't know everything. I always say that in every video. I continue to just learn and grow in this space. So yeah, if you want to join this journey of me learning, growing, hit that subscribe button and we can do it together. But yeah, let's get into this video, man. When people think of cybersecurity, they think of mainly like a SOC analyst, incident response type of role, or maybe like a penetration test role, or even like a cloud security. GRC is usually like the last thing people think about, and GRC just stands for governance, risk, and compliance. And this is not the most sexiest role to go into when it comes to cybersecurity. A lot of people that join and want to get into cybersecurity actually want to go the technical route, but a lot of people like gear them towards GRC to get into the door, and a lot of people look at it as boring and non-technical. So um, I don't agree with that. I'm gonna start off by um, saying that off rip. I don't agree with it. It's non-technical. Um, and the reasons why people say it's non-technical, because it's a lot of paperwork that comes with it, and not in the kind of general sense of like actual paperwork. Everything is digitalized these days, but it's a lot of processes with um, like policies and um, reviewing audits with stakeholders. Like, it's so many different things that you go through that's not on the technical side. So a lot of people say mostly this job is non-technical. So that's where you get that connotation of it's not a technical job and you don't need to know any technical skills to get into it. But that's just not the case. So when I say people are wrong and get it wrong when they say GRC is non-technical, here is where people get it wrong. A lot of time people are considering the task. So saying the task that GRC analysts do is non-technical, I can agree with that to a certain extent, because you can start touching technical stuff, but for the most part, the task is not technical. But the knowledge you have to have is technical knowledge. So you have to understand what policies um, are enforcing. So you'll have like firewall rule policies, you'll have backup policies, you'll have password. You have to know what all this stuff means, and you have to be able to communicate those technical terms to non-technical people. So you have to have the knowledge of what the technical terminology means and understand it from a technical sense to be able to communicate it to non-technical people. Um, and two, when you are working in risk, so to say, we have to, recommend controls to lower risk. And in those controls, a lot of those controls are technical. So you can't recommend something that you don't know. So someone that's coming into GRC, you have to understand um, a lot of technical aspects of different jobs and different roles. That's why you work with everyone at GRC. You work with the security team, the networking team, the cloud team, the IMA team. Like, you work with a lot of different teams, and you have to understand these things. So I would disagree when people say GRC people don't have to be technical. You really do have to be technical to do your job efficiently and understand you're not just recommending random stuff to people. So when you talk about GRC and analysts coming into GRC, to put yourself ahead to become a good analyst and build a good foundation, here's a list of things that you should know or understand a little bit. You don't have to know everything and know the fine details of these things, but these are things that you should know. So, like how networks work, how Active Directory works. I can't talk. How identity and access management works. How cloud architecture. So you need to be able to kind of read diagrams to a certain extent, not just be able to point out every single thing, but understanding how data is flowing. That's big. You need to understand, APIs, um, logging, especially when it comes to like a lot of your policies and standards. You have logging policies, so understanding how long logs should be retained and stuff like that. Encryption, authentication, so stuff normal stuff that you will learn in security. Don't skip over it because people say you don't have to be technical in GRC. You do. So you need to know these things, not super in depth, but you do need to understand when people that are talking that knows it in depth, you are able to come to the table with solutions or educational questions. And yeah, so you do need to know these things, and those things will put you, a little two steps ahead. So when it comes to learning those things, uh, a couple of my biggest mistakes is not taking it serious and not actually thinking I need to know it. And right now in this moment, I am building that foundation back up so I can have the GRC side, so the policy management, the risk, the compliance side, along with the technical side. That makes you so much more desirable in this field, and it helps you grow in your company, like grow your role bigger. So that's what I'm working on now, and that's one of my mistakes is not actually, diving into Linux, diving into cloud early, and getting those technical skills. Not because I think I'm going to use them in my role, but you never know when you would need them or when you need to understand something. So, and a lot of times, if you in GRC and you deal with like vulnerability management, sometimes it falls upon the GRC, and understanding these vulnerabilities is a big thing. So you got to understand if it needs to be patched or if it has to be upgraded, or the system will break if the patch is applied this certain way. So you have to know these things, and yeah, like I think you should dive into it while you don't necessarily um, you're not under the pressure of knowing it. So yeah, this my couple of my insights of my mistakes that I think I made when I'm trying to get into GRC, and I skipped some steps. So I don't want you to skip those steps. I'm not saying you need to learn Linux back and forth to become a Linux admin. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that you need to kind of dive a little deeper and get a good foundational understanding of it and understand these technical things a little bit more. So, wrapping up this video, if I can give you just a little advice, it would be just dive a little deeper, get a great foundational understanding. You don't have to know it all, but you do need to know a little bit. So I say don't try to shortcut because people say it's non-technical. Get in there. It doesn't do you no justice. It only hurts you not to know. It only helps you to know. So dive in there. Don't try to shortcut it because people say it's non-technical. You will need to understand it. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm out. Peace.